Unpack those movements now. Like I said, Makwe Masilela, Makwe Fund Managers, standing by to break down those movements for us. Very interesting couple of days it's been on the JSE, Makwe. Yesterday, 1/3% in the green to end the day. The opposite, 1/3% in the red to end off the day. Quite a bit of pressure coming through from various indices. What did you make of today's overall market movements?
Very volatile. You are right, to think that at some point today we're up more than 1%. So now we are down 0.3%. It's only resources doing okay. Remember, yesterday we were worried about the unrest in China, but now this morning markets got excited when we start seeing that there's a possibility that the Chinese might start loosening some of the restrictions, even though we don't have a clear statement. But if they start doing that, that's an indication that they're on the path to start reopening the economy. This is an economy which is struggling or is caught up between a weakening economy and also the reopening thereof. So the hopes of reopening are very critical, and maybe that is why we've seen resources going up at the back of that. But markets now start to focus on tomorrow's statements or comments coming from the U.S. chair. We've been getting some signals from other Fed officials that we might be underestimating, how much rates still have to go up in order for them to meet their goal. So I think comments tomorrow from the Fed chair as well will give us a clear indication, and also markets looking forward to Friday's job numbers. And if we get a good number out of that, that will tell you that the U.S. economy continues to be resilient and can still absorb more aggressive rate hikes.
I suppose what you've just mentioned there in terms of China and other economic data globally is why we saw the price of oil spike as much as it did, over 1% higher today, Makwe. I mean, that doesn't bode well for us in particular who are enjoying a stronger rand.
No, definitely doesn't. And remember, China is the second biggest consumer of oil and the biggest crude importer. So if the economy is starting to show signs that it will be recovering, then definitely there will be some form of fuel demand out of that. And it's happening ahead of OPEC meeting, which is happening, I think, on Sunday. And should the guys be worried about the demand coming out of China, probably they'll continue to cut supply. And also it's happening just at the, what is the Russian oil cap? It's supposed to be kicking in on Monday as well. So those are the factors that the oil market still have to deal with going forward.
Let's get into some company updates now. African Bank coming out with results. We're actually speaking to the CEO in a couple of hours, Makwe. But I mean, what did you make of what they released today? I mean, it's the same story that we've seen the other banks kind of tell in terms of an improved climate and things perhaps starting to go in a better direction as opposed to 2 years ago.
I think for me, if they can continue to increase the retail, deposit and investments, we've seen a nice increase of 15%, but now we've seen the loan retail disbursement up almost 87%, all because they've seen the guys had to start relaxing some of the criteria, and that's apparently part of this whole thing, aligning their policies with industry practices. My worry is that going forward in an environment where interest rates are going up, do they have enough capital or balance sheet in case interest rates get to a point where all those loans turn into bad loans? Will they able to deal with that? But so far, I think very good set of results. Operating profit up 38%. I guess we can all be excited for them.
Yeah, that's a very important point that you raised, and we'll definitely put that question to the CEO when we speak to him later, Makwe. Finally, briefly, if you could, ShopRite. Interestingly, they're trying to venture into the clothing market. I mean, they excel at everything that they do, but I wonder if it's not already too saturated with the like of Pep stores and so, which I assume is the market that they would be targeting.
It is, but it's a good move if you've got an opportunity to diversify your revenue stream. And remember, it doesn't have to make a huge portion of their revenues, but extra revenue that they can earn from that, why not?
No, absolutely, Makwe. Thank you very much for your time, as always. That is Makwe Masilela joining us there with your business update for this hour.